And we are going to talk about definition paragraph. To start, I want to explain you what a definition paragraph is. So, a definition paragraph defines something. In this type of paragraph, you state the meaning of something, or you explain the main points or qualities about something or a term. If you select a word, you have to tell the reader what it is or what it is about. Also, in this type of paragraph, you can use a definition for a dictionary to start your essay and to support your ideas. In this type of paragraph, you have to give facts, details, and examples to support your ideas. And also, the main purpose in this paragraph is to tell the reader what something is. Now, my classmate is going to continue. Good morning.
Since you need to know how a definition paragraph looks like, here we have an example. It is a definition, and it is explaining what gumbo is. It says, the dictionary definition of gumbo does not make it sound as delicious as it really is. The dictionary defines gumbo as a thick soup made in South Louisiana. However, anyone who has tasted this delicious dish knows that this definition is too blunt to describe gumbo. It is true that gumbo is a thick soup, but it is much more than that. Gumbo, one of the most popular of all Cajun dishes, is made with different kinds of seafood or meat mixed with vegetables, such as green peppers and onions. For example, seafood gumbo contains shrimp and crab. Other kinds of gumbo include chicken, sausage, or turkey. Regardless of the ingredients in gumbo, this regional delicacy is a tasty dish. As you can see, the author of this paragraph is trying to explain what the dish is. And this is a clear example of what a definition paragraph looks like. Now the class is going to proceed.
Good morning. Now I'm going to explain what is a definition essay. A definition essay is a writing that explains what a term means. Some terms have a definite or concrete meaning, such as glass, book, or tree. In this case, it's because if you are describing or talking about the definition of this object, is because the majority of us has like a general idea, and the meaning of this or the definition won't change. But some terms such as honesty, honor, and love are abstract, and this one depends more on a person's opinion. What this means is that if you're writing about love, for example, everybody has a different opinion or an idea about what love is. For example, if I ask Evelyn to write about love, she's going to write her definition about it or what love means to her, but her definition won't be the same as Evelyn. Here we have some steps to write an effective definition essay. Number one says, tell readers what term is being defined. It's what Mary says, that we have to focus on the definition and on a clear definition about it. Second is to present clear and basic information. Here we have to try to stay in our definition essay in a simple way. So you should try to avoid using like words that are too technical, because you can lose like the main idea of the essay, and also the reader may lose the idea. And number three, use facts, examples, or anecdotes that readers will understand. In this case, using examples or anecdotes is a very useful tool, because if you're giving an example or an anecdote that can relate to the topic, the reader will find like a relationship or will feel like related to what the definition or the topic in the essay is. So it's better or very helpful to use this kind of examples. Now my classmate is going to continue.
Now we're going to see the topic choosing a definition. Very let's go be ready.
Choosing a definition is a key step in writing definition essays. You need to understand the term before you can define it for others. Read the dictionary, but don't just copy the definition. Explain the term briefly in your own words. Also, it is important to limit your term before you start defining. For example, you could write forever on the term love to limit. You will write about either romantic love, platonic love, or first love.
So basically here, it is saying that you have to investigate before you write, because you are not going to invent all the information that you are going to write. You have to have solid basis on what you are going to write. So you're not going to copy and paste. It will be in your own words. It doesn't mean that you're going to only look for affinities for the words without changing the structure. It has to be original for it to be more appealing to read. How to write a definition essay. Carlitos, could you read the first part?
A definition essay can be deceivingly difficult to write. This type of paper requires you to write a personal, yet academic definition of one specific word. The definition must be thorough. And yet, it is essential that you choose a word that will give you plenty to write about. And there are a few standard tactics you can use to elaborate the term. Here are a few guidelines to keep in mind when writing definition essay.
Thank you. Now, Eder, could you read the next one?
A good definition essay refers to have a strong basis statement in which the point of view of the author on a certain term is related. Ordinarily, the dictionary definition will be only a start for the author's unique definition of the term. That is why just some general information is taken from dictionaries. In order to make a definition essay professionally, it is necessary to find a definition of the term that corresponds to the opinion of the author. The definition is always given in own words.
So here it says that it is the most important step when you choose the word that you're going to define in your essay. You have to be wise when you choose that word, because if you choose a word that doesn't have a complex definition, you're going to get in trouble. For example, if you choose a word like cat, it is the definition that word has is very simple. So your essay will be short and ordinary, because most people agree in what a cat is. But if you choose a word like family, you will have a lot to write, because it is different for many people. For example, here some techniques feel like they are family, even if they don't have a blood, they are not blood relatives, or how a family is found, that we know that there are different classifications for family. So you have to be careful with that. And also you have to be creative, because you will give your own point of view, but it doesn't mean that you're going to copy or plagiarize another person's ideas.
Now that we have seen the concept of a definition paragraph and an example of it, also the definition of an essay and some facts that are really important in order to write an essay, we are going to show you how to jump from a paragraph to an essay. And here we have the steps. First, we have to select a term that will be defined prior to brainstorming, so that you will have a lot of ideas and it would be easy to write the essay later on. And then we have to order and select ideas. Then write the paragraph, and based on the paragraph, we are going to expand to the essay. And then the outline, which is kind of difficult, but it is very useful because then when you are writing, you just have to take the ideas that you have in the outline and join them in the essay. I think that is useful in this kind of essays is to choose a concept, define it, and inside that concept, you may take some other 3 concepts that are related. For example, if the concept is love, we can say, for example, that love is based on trust, respect, etc. Then those concepts that are related with the main concept, that explain the main concept, are going to be explained in each of the paragraphs of the body. Now let's see the example. Here, the topic is a real friendship, and we have the brainstorming. Some of these ideas were deleted because they were not important, and the ordering and selecting of ideas, which was useful for writing the paragraph. And here in the paragraph, Berenice, can you help me reading the paragraph?
A real friendship is a special kind of relationship between 2 or more individuals who really care about each other. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, friendship is a friendly feeling or attitude that involves kindness or help given to someone. However, in the case of a real friendship, we have to take into account not only kindness and help, but also trust, sympathy, and empathy. All those 3 concepts and something special that explain why a real relationship is so valuable. First, since trust is what allows people to show who they are without feeling any kind of fear, it may be considered the most important aspect of a real friendship. On the other hand, sympathy, which prefers to share things in common, such as likes and dislikes, make friends feel identified with one another. Finally, it is impossible to get a real friendship without the application of empathy. As can be seen in all the features mentioned above, a real friendship is a really special relationship established among 1 or more individuals.
Here we have first the concept according to a dictionary, and the point of view of the writer, and the 3 concepts that are related with the main concept, which is real friendship, and they are trust, sympathy, and empathy. They are going to be the topic sentences of the paragraphs in the body. Here we have the essay outline, and in the first paragraph we have trust is the most important factor for considering in a real friendship, and all the details related to trust. Then the second paragraph will be the thesis statement. It says, when talking about the definition of real friendship, which is a very complex concept, many indispensable factors need to be taken into account. In this case, I tried not to be so predictable, so I didn't write the factors that I was going to mention in the body of the essay. And the second topic sentence, or the second paragraph, will be, it is impossible to get a real friendship without the application of empathy. And the second one is this one. Sympathy makes friends feel identified with one another. And the third one is this, it is a sin, not a bit, it is a mistake, is it is impossible to have real friendship without the application of empathy. And then we have bibliographical references, because in this type of essay we have to consult dictionaries. So it is necessary to write the bibliographical references in order to avoid plagiarism. And here we have the essay. Evelyn, can you help me with the first paragraph?
Yes, a real friendship. Friendship is a really strong relationship among one or more individuals. This concept is really commonplace because it is normal to get one or more friends during a lifetime. The existence of friendship is explicable because humans seldom live in isolation. That is why, since childhood, kids start making friends and interacting with others. However, not all of the friends that we get in life can be considered real friends. Some people even consider that just a small percentage of their friends are real ones. The website entitled How Post Healthy Living says that most Americans just have 2 close or real friends. Since having real friends is not so easy, finding the concept of a real friendship is a little bit complicated. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, friendship is a friendly feeling or attitude that involves kindness or help given to someone. Without any doubt, that concept is excellent. However, that concept doesn't apply for defining a real friendship. When talking about that definition of real friendship, which is really complex concept, many indispensable factors or aspects need to be taken into account.
Now the first paragraph. Fernanda, can you help me?
First, trust is the most important factor that must exist in a real friendship. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines trust as a belief that someone or something is reliable, good, honest, etc. In my opinion, I would define it as an opportunity that allows people to show who they are without feeling any kind of fear. For example, if someone trusts in someone else, that person perfectly knows that his or her trust is considered like something tremendously special and valuable. For instance, in some cases, gaining trust may take even months or years, but losing trust may happen in just some seconds. In order to avoid losing trust, we have to be really careful with our actions. Definitely, since trust can make friends feel comfortable about everything, it is indispensable for considering someone a real friend.
In this paragraph, it is a definition about trust. All of it is about trust, but at the same time, it is relating the concept of trust with the main concept, which is a real friendship. That is why it says at the end that definitely, since trust makes friends feel comfortable about everything, it is indispensable for considering someone a real friend. Now, the second paragraph, it is, can you come with that?
Second, sympathy makes friends feel justified with one another. As a matter of fact, good friendship starts thanks to this feeling of sympathy. I can even consider that this is the first element that appeared during the establishment of a real friendship. As stated in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, sympathy is a state in which different people share the same interests, opinions, goals, etc. In other words, sympathy refers to shared things in common, such as likes, dislikes, etc. According to my point of view, sympathy deals not only with sharing things in common, but also with being charismatic. That is why sometimes someone may be considered sympathetic because of his or her behavior and charisma. As a result, sympathy is needed because it functions as a spark that burns on and keeps the flame of friendship.
And now the last paragraph, Heather, can you help?
Finally, it is impossible to get a real friendship without the application of empathy. All around the world, empathy is considered a really important value with both social and personal benefits. For example, empathy is what makes people get involved into altruistic activities which try to change the reality of those less fortunate. Also, empathy triggers a comprehensive behavior because people start thinking not just on their circumstance, but also based on the situation of someone else. According to a website called Dictionary.com, empathy is the vast of power of sharing the feelings of another, especially in sorrow or trouble. In brief, empathy may be understood as compassion or tenderness. Personally, I consider that empathy is what makes us better human beings. Definitely, empathy is really important in the process of becoming a better version of ourselves. If every single human in this world practiced empathy, this world would be totally amazing. Without any doubt, only those friendships where empathy takes place are the real ones.
And now the conclusion. Someone else can tell me. Memo, can you tell me please?
As a conclusion, a real friendship means a lot of things. It is not just to help others or to be kind. It is also trust, empathy, and empathy. Sometimes we do not think about the features of our friends, and we may get into the idea that they are real friends. However, they are not because their features do not match with those particularities of a real friendship. Even though finding all the features mentioned above is not so easy, we have to look for those kind of friendships. Besides, we have to start applying these features in our behavior as well so that we will become real friends. As a piece of advice, if we have someone who is a real friend, we have to avoid making mistakes that may finish with such a wonderful relation. Without any doubt, a real friendship is a concept that involves many things, but it is really important to know them in order to discover the magical experience of having a real friendship.
In this paragraph, we conclude with all the ideas that we took into account in the previous paragraph and that are related with the concept that is a real friendship. And here we have where some information was taken. They are dictionaries and other websites. And now the assignment for you is to write a definition essay based on the topic law. And you can divide it and you can narrow that topic and talk about, for example, romantic love or love that you feel for your family, etc.